Hi, Aries. Happy birthday. I'm Chi. Welcome to my channel. I am going to do a tarot card reading for you for Aries season. It's March 21st, so we just entered the new zodiac year with your birthday. And so this reading will span from March 21st, 2018 to April 19th is when I believe we move into Taurus this year. And I hope you enjoy it, and like, subscribe, and share my channel. Ooh, we already had somebody jump out. We might be talking about love. I got the Two of Cups coming up for you. I'm reading with the David deck. It is a unique deck. It has 5 sets instead of 4. The 5th set is the Triax, which represents our ethereal body. Got another new one. Right. Just going to zoom in on you a little bit more. Just guidance and messages for Aries sun, moon, and rising through Aries season. As we move through retrograde in Aries season 2018, what can we learn? Guides, angels, ancestors, benefic forces. What do you have to share with Aries on their journey right now? A few things spilled out. Let's see what we're talking about. Okay, so we had the Two of Cups jump out, and then these other 5 cards. The first card crossing us is the Eight of Triax. And the story behind this card is very much as it looks. It is when we're in dichotomy with ourselves, when we're not at peace. We're sussing things out. We're figuring out where things are supposed to be, what our ideals are, what our ideas are. So there's this great well of love and togetherness that can be within the self and within relationships and harmonious environments coming out of Pisces season, but we're being asked to really dig into it and figure out what's going on, because there's something that's happening that has you kind of like, your left brain is going overtime. You're compartmentalizing instead of integrating. And that speaks a lot to that. And it looks like you're doing it because you don't think that you have the strength. You do very much have the strength to take this on and move through this energy. But it's not comfortable. So sometimes when we think something isn't comfortable, we want to think that we're not supposed to be doing it. But I mean, let's face it, these days there's a lot of uncomfortable stuff going on, and we're being asked to challenge ourselves to really take it on and see things clearly and show up with a pure heart in our honesty and our commitment. This is asking you to commit on a self level to the journey of figuring out the war within you so that you can cease compartmentalizing yourself. And it's a very karmic time. This is coming out of your past, the Wheel of Fortune. It's very much meant for you to go through this sussing right now. And it's great that you have this nice, happy, emotional energy going on so that you can keep in an understanding place and keep connecting to people. You very much want to stay connecting to people at this time. You want to work towards not finding ways to compartmentalize yourself. And that's what's going to give you the strength and the clarity to move forward, because there's this sort of time where we have to go ahead and say, you know, everything isn't pat and organized like I thought it would be in my life. Things don't necessarily look like I thought they would look, and I'm okay with that, and I can process that. This is the lesson. I can process this. I can be joyous and happy even when things are causing me to question so much about myself. so much about how I function, how I work, how I face challenges in the world. I can do this because this is also 6, 7, 8. You have to move through this, and here's another 8 right here, plus 2 taking us out of the 10. This is 8, 10, 8, 2, 10. So we're making all sorts of 10s, and then a 13 here. We're being asked to change, and we're being asked to change a functioning on a karmic level of learning. And this card can speak so much to the conditioning that we are so used to, the conditioning, the domestication of what we've been taught, how things are supposed to be. And it's so uncomfortable, but it's what we know, so it's comfortable. How do you position yourself in it? Because you know that this isn't a match for you. What this way of being, more so if this is a person for you. We don't have any people cards just yet, but this could be a Leo. This isn't, it's really challenging to move through you're moving through a spiritual process that's asking you to integrate how you've been in the world. This card talks about when our ideals and our ideas don't match, and they're both in the triax suit. This is the active sussing it out, but this is the, well, it's kind of been okay, like kind of glossing over it energy. But we know deep in our core that we have to make this shift. And so you're summoning this energy of shift and change. And what you're wanting is more guidance through the process. You have the receptivity, and you have supportive relationships to move you through these changes. And that's great. And you're like, hey, there's more. There's guidance from my higher self that I'm trying to learn to hear. You're learning to hear in a new way right now. And that's beautiful. That's beautiful birthday energy. That's a beautiful way to start the year. And as you move through it, you're going to find that the maze clears up, and you'll know exactly where you're going. Yes, I will take the hero's journey. I will walk the walk. I will go on the adventure. I do not know if I am strong enough. I do not know if I can process all of it, but I know that this is the time that I'm fated to do it. So I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. I am going to run with it. I am funded. I am guided. So it's a great time to keep circling back into yourself, and not in when you see yourself kind of on the inside. That's when you're like, hey, what's the guidance? What doesn't, like, accept that things don't match up super perfectly, because what you're trying to do, what you're in the process of doing, is finding the strength to move through this discomfort and get back into your passion. And you are head on there. This 6 of Swords is always a great journey. A great journey. And moving on to the next chapter card. And inverted in this deck, in the David deck, it's talking about things are coming into place, and you gain a sword here. And those swords gain an organizing principle. And in your higher conscious, you know that it is there. You know what you are doing, and it's just about accepting the discomfort, not shrugging off what can be mental anguish and scuffling about. I think a few of these have things to say to us. And communicating with yourself, how you're communicating with others. to negotiate, you have beautiful support around you. You have beautiful support around you, and you do not want this energy of compartmentalizing yourself to push anybody away from you, or to have you take yourself off of this card. The Nine of Discs here is talking about the integrated communication, that great flow of things, and it's beautiful coming with this Wheel of Fortune right there. It's that great flow of things that everybody is working together in a unit, whereas this 5 can get like, all the cogs are there, but it's not quite a watch yet. They're not coming together. And so in your journey here, you're being asked to really use your analytical mind in a very productive and gentle way. These emotions, these bonds, community, romantic, work, the bonds that you have with people, you've got some really true-hearted, wonderful people supporting you. And if you need time to yourself, take the time to yourself. Don't lash out. Don't lash out. Because look, like, this energy wants to move from the confined to a greater experience of the community. And so it's really neat that the 3 of Swords and the 3 of Cups inverted, which is the pouring down of this energy. When it's upright, it's the inspiration of this energy and the guidance that comes. When it's down, it's making itself a place in the world. So let trust is what popped up for me. Let trust move you through this time, because this card is a lot about trust. So this, in the 3 of Cups, the trust is an intuitive trust. In the 5 of Swords, in that journey, it's an instinctive trust. So not using your brain to pick everything apart, but using your brain to get you back into instinct. It's a real, I think it's just so terrific. There's so much emotional support for you. Wow. These are all so many. This card is, again, speaking your needs. Speaking your needs. I think that this goes with that guy. Speaking your needs, because we need to come to terms with the fact that there's something that doesn't match up within you, within the environment, and you can play it out. There's not explosions, but it's not stable. Ooh, I'm sorry. Let me tilt this down a little bit more. It's not stable to continue this way. This guy inverted comes and goes. He's that lover, passionate, emotionally connected energy that isn't here to stay. And that might be, it's not this relationship, this source of love, this source of fulfillment and steadiness is staying with you. This energy is staying with you. This person, this water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or excuse my throat, or Cancer, Scorpio. I lost my other water sign. I know you guys are like saying it to me. What? Welcome to my first YouTube reading. This is a more transient love, and love, yes, it's about love. It's a more transient love, and you need to speak your need to it and appreciate the differences and appreciate it for what it is, but know that guidance is taking you in other directions. It is a karmic situation, and it has been fulfilling in the past, but it's time to renew your source. Get back so much emotion. And then this lovely lady, Queen of Pentacles, is here to talk about this journey that you're walking and the lightening up. We all want to know what's going to happen next, but we don't know what's going to happen next until it's next. And we have to enjoy the journey, and we have to even surrender to the wars within ourselves. Straight up, this is the war within the self. And for so long in a situation, we've been like, it'll be okay. We really get along and it'll be nice. But speak your need and see if that holds. It's okay if it doesn't, because you'll be guided right along, because you're sincere. You're in a very sincere place of wanting to be moving from your passion with clear direction, with your passion and your intuition and your love balancing the way as you move through this karmic cycle. I think that's what I have to say on this. Key takeaways: you're moving through a time that you karmically planned to reevaluate things inside yourself, and it's important for the ongoing stability of everything around you that you not go into grumpy compartmentalization mode and chop people's heads off and cut people off. Keep communications open. Tell people what you need. If they can't stick around for that, if that's not their kind of support, let them move on. The confusion will pass as you lighten up on the control and take strength in your guidance, and really feel like this might be like familial too. Really take in the strength and support of your family, because they are going to move you along, or whomever, if your family is a constellation of friends or if it's your biological family constellation, you have the support. Just stay in communication with the support. So I'm going to wrap us up with an oracle card from the Tantric Dakini Oracle. And it'll probably, we're going to see what they have to share with Aries as we move through your birthday time. And they have 4 whole messages for you that I'll start from reading from the book. Self-created, castles in the clouds, totally bananas, which is great to speak to this energy, and Maya, how she spins. That's a lot. We have a lot, but it's your birthday. You deserve the whole kit and caboodle. So, self-created. Self-reliance. All creativity can be found within self, manifested as a seed which can become a blossom. The heart can produce from within itself everything needed for the realizing of one's goals. This is a very favorable card, suggesting great inner resources and the power of faith over material ambition in the process of self-realization and bringing ideas to the world. Castles in the Clouds, number 30. Follow through on your deepest wishes with the power of the will. Do not allow any bodily laziness to prevent inner desires from becoming realities. This card suggests a vivid imagination, especially when we speak our needs. Totally bananas. The release of latent energies, but without the conscious knowledge of how to direct them. Turning the world of appearances on its heads. Unconscious fantasy, the joke of existence, and the realization of the ridiculous of all things. I think that is speaking directly to this higher guidance that you want to pull you through, because it seems totally bananas. So where is the guidance coming from, and what are we spinning? Maya, how she spins. The Weaver in the Sky. Almost there. Almost there. Ooh, sticky pages. And we're there. Recognize that youth, beauty, old age, ugliness, and death are but transient phenomenon. The production of Mother Maya, the great illusion. See through the fabric of existence and try to understand the cause behind each worldly situation. This card indicates the need to withdraw from the ways of the world and locate oneself in the position of the spinner. This is the way of the person. This is the way that personal destiny can be transformed. So she's here to speak to this. They're here to speak to this. They're here to accentuate this familial love, and the castles in the clouds are here to talk about that. This energy of, is it forming? Am I speaking my truth? That type of thing. So here I am. I hope you enjoyed that. You can learn more about me and my readings in my little Welcome to YouTube special, which is $10 for a 15-minute recorded reading, $20 for a half an hour Zoom reading. And that's how we're starting out. My name's Chi, and happy birthday, Aries. Have a wonderful spring.